The Gulf of Mexico is no more, at least not for Americans. Thanks to an executive order by President Donald Trump, this massive body of water has officially been renamed the Gulf of America for US users of Google Maps and government documents. The move has sparked plenty of debate, but at its core, it's about something much bigger than a name. It's about reclaiming American identity and ensuring that the way we talk about our country reflects its power and influence. For centuries, this waterway has been known as the Gulf of Mexico, a name that dates back to the Spanish explorers of the early 1500s. Back then, Spain controlled vast swaths of North and Central America, including modern-day Mexico, Florida, and parts of the Gulf Coast. The name Gulf of Mexico stuck even after the United States became a dominant power in the region. But here's the thing. This body of water has played just as much, if not more, of a role in American history as it has in Mexico's. The Gulf has been central to US trade, military strategy, and economic growth. It's home to major American ports like New Orleans, Houston, and Tampa, cities that have helped fuel the nation's economy for centuries. The Gulf was a key battleground in conflicts like the War of 1812 and the Civil War, and it remains vital for US energy production, with massive oil reserves supporting American energy independence. So why should it still carry a name that prioritizes Mexico's history over America's?
A short time from now, we are going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
Trump's decision to rename the Gulf is part of his broader effort to restore American pride and ensure that the country's landmarks, institutions, and historical narratives reflect its greatness. Just as he fought to bring back jobs, strengthen the military, and secure the border, this renaming sends a message: the US controls its own story. This isn't the first time a name change has sparked debate. Back in 2015, President Obama renamed Alaska's Mount McKinley to Denali, in recognition of the indigenous name for the peak. Many saw it as a way to honor Native history, but Trump viewed it as an unnecessary erasure of American heritage. One of his first actions as president was to restore Mount McKinley's name, reaffirming its connection to an American president who symbolized industrial growth and national expansion.
And we will restore the name of a great president, William McKinley, to Mount McKinley, where it should be and where it belongs.
Mount McKinley, the highest peak in North America, had been named in 1896 after President William McKinley, who led the US into the 20th century as a global economic powerhouse. McKinley's policies helped establish Americans' dominance in trade and industry, making him a fitting namesake for such a towering landmark. However, when Obama changed it to Denali, a name used by Alaska's indigenous people, it stirred controversy. While some saw it as a move toward recognizing Native heritage, others felt it disgraced the history and legacy of McKinley's contributions to the nation. Trump's reversal of that decision signaled his commitment to preserving traditional American names, a theme that continues with the renaming of the Gulf of Mexico. Critics argue that the name change ignores the shared history between the US and Mexico. But the truth is, the US has always been the dominant power in the Gulf. The region's trade, industry, and security have been shaped overwhelmingly by American interests. This renaming is a simple acknowledgement of reality, one that brings the map more in line with America's rightful influence. The Gulf isn't just a Mexican waterway. It borders 5 US states and has been a crucial part of American history, from Spanish colonial rule to the Louisiana Purchase to the modern energy industry. If anything, it's surprising that the name wasn't changed sooner. Of course, Mexico isn't adopting the new name, and the rest of the world might still call it the Gulf of Mexico, but that's fine. What matters is how America sees itself. Just as Trump's America First policies put US workers, industries, and security ahead of globalist concerns, this renaming is about asserting American identity on our own terms. At the end of the day, the name shapes how we see history, geography, and ourselves as a nation. The Gulf of America isn't just a label, it's a statement. A statement that the US isn't afraid to take ownership of its legacy, to stand tall, and to make decisions that put its people first. Whether the rest of the world follows suit or not, one thing is clear: under Trump, America's history is written by Americans for Americans.